Oh hey guys, it's Wednesday.
We are golden!
It's story week guys, so let's just recap on what's happened this week because we all need a recap when we're halfway. We're at the halfway point, people. I mean, come on. Let's begin. Our story begins with a boy called Tommy. Hey Tommy! You're new. I was new once. So long ago though. Anyway, back to the story. So, Tommy was all alone in a new town that he had just moved to when he was approached by 4 guys that were shining so brightly with a glimmer of gold. We later grew to call them the Golden Gays. Suddenly the 4 boys grabbed him, but he'd forgotten his luggage, so he jumped on a random bike and headed back to get his luggage, but then a huge, typical British bus came speeding towards him. Just as the bus was about to hit him, one of the 4 boys, known as Brandon, took off his ponytail weave and started to throw it around like a cowboy rope and grabbed Tommy's ankle and pulled him out of the way, saving him from the impending doom of the bus. I mean, bravo, Brandon, bravo. I mean, you're a tall babe. Once Tommy was safe, the 4 boys all hugged him with one big golden embrace and with warm love invited him to join their big golden adventure as the 5th and final member of the Golden Gays. He accepted, of course. I mean, who wouldn't? As they all walked back to the Gold Gay Lair, a place where all the gays live because they have their own secret society and, you know, we try to recruit everyone because we're like that, obviously. Izzy fell and broke his arm. Oh no, Izzy! Was rushed to the hospital, but he had no health insurance. Fortunately for him, Andy was a doctor. I'm a doctor. I mean, I can save lives. I mean, I will save your fucking life. I will save your life. So he saved his arm from falling off and stuff, you know. Now back on track on their way home, they saw a huge shadow cast above them. So they all looked to the sky and saw a giant golden bird. Marco, you pronounce it Ho-Oh from Pokemon. And it grabbed Tommy and took him away. Now it's my part. Let's begin. So it left off where Tommy was getting taken away by a giant golden bird. At first, Andy, Marco, Brandy and Izzy started to panic. Andy, in a rush to calm himself, got out his iPod and listened to a bit of Gaga. Obviously. After Andy had finished, they all jumped into action and rushed home to prepare for their adventure ahead in search for their lost member, Tommy. Once home, each member geared up ready, and each member had their own special weapon. Andy had his whip. Marco had his bow and arrows. Brandon had his boomerang. And Izzy had his magic wand. Once they were ready, they all rushed back to the scene of the crime to search for any clues as to where Tommy had gone. Izzy noticed on the floor a scattering of golden feathers that were like laid out in a giant breadcrumb pathway, do you know what I mean? You know, like beans, you know what I mean. So they followed the trail of golden feathers which led them to a crossroads, going from right to left. Brandon was all like, let's go left, bitches. So they all went left, and you'll never guess who was there ready to pounce on them. Paris Hilton. Yeah. She jumped all over them, and they had a massive fight, and they scrapped, and they scrapped, and they scrapped, and they scrapped. And they defeated Paris Hilton. She was all like, After they defeated Paris Hilton, they moved on further, and there, up in a tree, swinging like he does, was none other than former Golden Gay, Rusty. What will happen next? Find out tomorrow!